In this video, I'll be breaking down how much you need to make in order to afford a 2022 Ford Lightning. But first, I've got some links to products in the description down below that'll help you maintain your vehicle's appearance and make you more money down the line when you eventually decide to sell. These are just some Meguiar's products that I personally use because I think Meguiar's is the best. There are 4 options I'll be covering today, and you can decide on which one suits you the best depending on how into cars you are and your own personal situation. Some people just want a reliable form of transportation, and some are willing to sacrifice quite a lot in order to get the car that they really want. Stick around to the end of the video to find out which method would be the best for your personal situation. Before I dive into the first rule, these videos take quite a lot of time and effort to make, so please click the like and subscribe button and comment down below what other vehicles you would like to see. Starting with the Dave Ramsey rule, you must have a 3 to 6 month emergency fund built up, the vehicle can't be more than 50% of your gross annual income, and you must purchase it in cash. Given that the 2022 Ford Lightning starts at $39,974, keep in mind this is the base model and this is MSRP. Dealers are often marking this up, so you'd be lucky to get it around that 40 grand mark. Your annual gross income would need to be a minimum of $79,948. The Ramsey rule says that it's nice to purchase a vehicle in cash, as you would avoid having to pay interest, your insurance would be a bit lower, and you would have a lot less car stress. But obviously not too many people just have 40 grand in cash that they can put at a car. The next rule is the 24-10 rule, which is a little bit more attainable than the Dave Ramsey rule, and this states that you must put down at least 20% on the vehicle, you can't finance it for more than 4 years or 48 months, and the monthly payment can't be more than 10% of your monthly gross income. Given that the 2022 Ford Lightning has that MSRP of around $40K, you would need to put down about $7,995. And with the average new vehicle interest rate of 3.86% in a 48-month term, this would bring your monthly payment to $720.05. When looking at a vehicle, I suggest using a calculator like this one to give you an idea of how much your monthly costs would be. Bankrate states that the average monthly insurance cost is $148, but to be more accurate, use the Smart Financial link in the description down below to find out exactly how much it would cost for you to insure a 2022 Ford Lightning. This would bring your monthly total to $868.05. Back to the 24-10 rule, given your monthly cost would be $868.05, you would need a monthly gross income of $8,680.50 or an annual gross income of $104,166. Those first 2 rules are pretty difficult to achieve, and you would assume that the average person wouldn't be able to follow them, which is why I've come up with my own rule. For my rule, you need to have at least a 6-month emergency fund, invest 15% of your gross income into your 401k, and max out both your Roth IRA or your HSA if your company offers one for you. I know that this might seem like a lot of saving and investing, but I really don't give you a monthly percentage rule that you have to stick to, so it's totally up to you to decide if you want to spend more of that free money, basically, aside from investing on a vehicle, or if you want to go on vacations a little bit more or out to eat, that sort of thing. It just adds a little bit of flexibility while still keeping your bases covered. And majority of people will say that, well, nothing is guaranteed here, and that's 100% true. But it's also very difficult to put a value on having peace of mind and setting yourself up and your family for future. The final rule is the 1/10 rule, which was developed by Financial Samurai. It's a pretty popular blog, so you may have heard of it before, and personally one that I think the majority of people trying to build their wealth should consider. It rarely allows you to purchase a new vehicle, but it does allow you to spend responsibly, which reduces your financial car ownership stress and increases your net worth over time. This rule is pretty straightforward. It states that you shouldn't spend more than 10% of your annual gross income on a vehicle. It can be new or old, but obviously if it's going to be 10% of your annual gross income, it's most likely going to be used for the majority of people. And you must own the vehicle for at least 5 years and ideally more. And the theory behind this is to minimize your financial stress, which frees up a little bit of money to invest in assets or opportunities that may come your way, something that goes up in value instead of down in value like a car. It's much more stressful and difficult making life decisions when you're worried about payments each and every month. Many people get upside down on a car payment and end up losing tons of money. It's generally the most amount of money that somebody spends on an item that goes down in value. So I would really suggest playing around with retirement calculators, car loan calculators to make sure that you're as informed as you can be before making a decision like this. It's impressive to see how much a small investment could turn into 35 years down the road. Again, hit the Smart Financial link in the description below to dial in what your insurance costs would be, and that Truebill link to find out how much you're currently spending in order to gauge what you would be able to afford. Really just get a hold of your finances and understanding what's coming in and what's going out to give yourself a baseline. And then again, for those cleaning supplies, those McGuire's products, those are down in the description as well. I usually recommend those because that's what I use. I've used them for scratch remover, tire, wheel cleaner. Basically everything they make I found has been a very high quality. So I usually kind of recommend those for anybody else looking. I appreciate every one of you who stuck around to the end of the video. Please give it a like, subscribe, and leave future